morning, it's John Neal here. It's Thursday, the 5th of January 2023, and is it still too late to wish you a Happy New Year? If not, Happy New Year. Today, I'm really on a mission to try out some of my latest bits of technology. Curiously, I'm recording this on my new GoPro 11, which is very nice. Just about got the hang of all the menus around it, but I'm recording the audio on my iPhone, which is in my pocket, plugged in. And the microphone is here and covered with some fur to stop the wind hitting it, which is a problem if I'm going along. So I'm going to switch between the audio of the GoPro, and that's the GoPro now, let's say. This is the GoPro audio, and back to the audio on the iPhone and see which is better. Well, it seems that the microphone, which is on a quite cheap pair of earpods on my chest look, that works better than the GoPro at the moment. We'll see what happens later on in the day. I certainly think if it's windy out and about, that's right. At the moment I'm sat in the archway, the doorway of St Peter's Church in Hyme on the Hill, which is nice and quiet, probably a bit echoey, so I'm not going to apologise for it, just as it is. I've also got my monopod, so I can hold the GoPro on the end of it. I'm going to try that out in a while on one of the very quiet roads, and also try the drone again. I was trying to do a couple of features on it and it didn't work last time, so I'm going to do that again. So my apologies if you're thinking this is going to be a trip somewhere, whereas really it's just a trip trying out all the bits and pieces, so that the more you practice with them, I find, or the more I practice with them, the more familiar I am. I can use them straight away without any problem. Oh, by the way, high-tech little camera in a sort of a medieval leather pouch which I made, which I quite like. It goes nicely in there. Right, let's take it off. Before I go any further, there's a couple of things about the bike that somebody asked. One is about insurance. This was Paul in Australia. Hi, Paul. Insurance, well, there's no insurance on the road as you would with a car or a motorbike. The fact that it's electric powered doesn't come into that. When I say it's electric powered, it just adds power to the pedal push that you put on. You can't turn it on and just go on your own. You have to press the pedals down, and it helps with that on a rate of 1 to 5 on the ratings on the control. And then that only goes up to a speed of 15 miles an hour. So those restrictions just means it's an assisted bicycle. It's not an independent sort of motorbike which is electric powered. So no other insurance, and there's no insurance needed for bikes anyway, which is a debatable point. But then how would you spot what bike was what? There's no registration numbers on it either. The other thing is we've got a very nice light on the back underneath the saddle, which I didn't tell you about. Estali. Oh, by the way, Estali, I didn't realise. Thanks, Paul, again. He told me, of course. It's E for electric, and Starley with an I sounds like Starley, James Starley, the, I won't say inventor, but the man who made it popular for the shape of the bicycle we have today. And that was back in the Victorian times. I did do a video about this, about the statue that's in Coventry. And we're all Coventry kids here. So it was from Coventry that James Starley developed the safety bicycle, as it was called, and that's why it's now called the Estali. Estali with an I on the end, just to make it a little bit more chic, I suppose. Well done, Estali, for doing that. I have some friends from foreign lands who would pronounce that Estali. Guess where they're from. Right, okay, yeah, this little light on the back is like Christmas all year round. It's only a tiny thing, rechargeable battery. You plug it in to a USB-C and charge it back up, but it's got so many different functions on it. It's terrific and really bright. If you put it on in the dark and look at it, it almost, you know, knocks your eyeballs out. But yeah, a nice little touch, and it's actually Estali's name on it as well. There you go. Right, I'm going to get the drawing out, see if I can make it work along here. Yeah, this is going well. No traffic. All the oops, so I'm leaning my monopod on my saddle and it slipped off. Yeah, the drone's just gone well, and I'm having good fun with this GoPro 11. The other thing I'm going to do now is cycle along it and hold it, and just a little bit more before I finish. Yeah, it's gone well. Oh no! Well, a word of warning, I just got the monopod here with a 1/4-inch screw on the top, and I've got a fit in at the bottom of the GoPro to accommodate this, and it's just broken off again. I actually glued it in overnight with some, you know, what's it, epoxy resin, that was it, and I thought that was pretty good, but it's just snapped off. Fortunately, I found yesterday on Amazon the very feature that I want, and the two clips that come out underneath the GoPro, you can get different ones with a screw, a 1/4-inch screw, so you can screw the regular tripod end straight into the GoPro, which is what I want to do, because had I just been going along here with this on the end, this camera on the end of here, it would have fell off. Is that right? It would have fallen off. It would have fallen off. That would have been no good for no one. So I'll just have to hold it like this somewhat as I go along, and do the best I can. These things, I don't know. We've got to stop here, haven't we? Have a quick look at the boats. See, it's nice, isn't it? The canal. The duck down there. The roads are open. Oh look. Thanks a lot. And crikey, I can smell this tarmac as well. Look at it. Very nice. That's some tarmac for you. This road is right next to the canal, so just here, as you can see, is the canal next to the road. I'm now realising this camera's pretty good because it's got two screens on it, front and back, and you can switch from one to the other without any problem. Just turn the camera around. I just hope the wind is not causing too much interference on the audio. In fact, I have to say I'm very impressed with the audio along this stretch of the road, because there was quite a wind blowing and the GoPro 11 is coping with it extremely well. I personally think we don't do enough for our green energy, but over here there's the sheep, and beyond that a couple of fields full of solar panels, which is a good thing. I think we have lots of wind power in Britain as well, apparently more than anybody else in Europe. Offshore wind panels, Very good on that score. You see, going on your bike, you can notice stuff. If I was whizzing through in my car, I might just glimpse at this, but look at that. It's a fungus, a dark chocolatey brown fungus, and there's quite a hole above it. Next time I come by, I'll keep my eye on that. I think it's definitely had a bird nesting in it. See, things you can see. Hello.
Yep.
These canal bridges provide nice little hills to test the power out. Let me just pause at the stop. Well, I'm just going to pause for a moment. I have to say the GoPro is great because even though it's switched off, you just press the record button and it jumps into life and starts recording, which is very nice. I've just jumped off my bike and I'll just step away for a moment. Let me have a closer look. Here we go. Still looking fine. I've got to be a bit careful though, taking it slightly off the road because the tyres, they are not puncture proof. I actually rang somebody about this at Estali and the bike shop just to let them know some feedback, because I had a thorn go through the front tyre and it claims to be, whatever it is, you know, puncture proof and all the rest of it. I'm not saying you'd never get a puncture, but it's got certain strengtheners in the top edge of it, and I got a thorn go straight through it. Wasn't a nail, it was a thorn, which I was disappointed with because my previous bike had similar tyres. I never had a puncture for about 6 years, and first week of having this, puncture. It's not good, is it? Let's go down here. Fantastic. Well, there we are. Yeah, good fun. Bike's still working fine, effortless. Really like this e28 Estali bicycle. And let's just see how the GoPro 11 has worked out. Battery's getting low on it. I'll tell you what though, I've just been out for that little jaunt, not very far to be honest, but the battery level on the bike is still 5 bars. So good. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, thank you very much. If you didn't, tough. And yeah, tune in next time and you'll see me then. Okay, bye bye.